In our hearts, there is often a deep longing to connect with God, to offer something that truly pleases Him. We wonder, what does it really mean to worship? Is it about a place, a ritual, a set of prayers, or something far deeper? Jesus once had a remarkable conversation beside a well that unveiled the very heart of true worship. He was tired from a long journey as the hot noon sun approached. A Samaritan woman came to draw water, an ordinary task on an ordinary day. Except that was about to become extraordinary. Jesus, breaking several social customs, spoke to her, asking for a drink. Now, men rarely initiated public conversation with unfamiliar women, let alone share a drinking vessel with them. But this sparked a profound discussion about what Jesus called living water. Listen to his promise from John 4:13 and 14. Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again. But whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life. This living water, Jesus explained, quenches a spiritual thirst that ordinary water never could, offering life that lasts forever. As Jesus gently revealed his knowledge of her life, her past pains and present realities, she recognized something unique in him, perceiving him to be a prophet. Sensing his spiritual authority, she brought up the long-standing debate about worship. She said to him, "Our fathers worshipped on this mountain, but you Jews claim that the place where we must worship is in Jerusalem." Her question was specifically about location and external practice. Jesus' answer shifted the entire paradigm. Listen to his words from John 4:23 and 24. "Yet a time is coming and has now come when the true worshipers will worship the Father in the Spirit and in truth. For they are the kind of worshipers the Father seeks. God is Spirit, and his worshipers must worship in the Spirit and in truth." Worship in the Spirit, worship in truth. This is the kind of worship the Father actively seeks. Jesus was explaining that true worship transcends physical locations or outward rituals. It's not confined to a particular mountain or a specific temple. So, when Jesus speaks of worship in the Spirit, he means it comes from deep inside of us. It flows from a heart that God's own Spirit has truly touched and made alive. This makes our worship something deeply personal and sincere, filled with genuine feeling, not just an empty outward show. And I have seen in my own journey and in observing others how easy it can be to rely on that outward form by just attending church or repeating prayers while missing that deep inner connection. Jesus himself taught about a narrow way to true life, emphasizing that it is this sincere, Spirit-led worship from the heart that truly matters. And when Jesus talks about worshiping in truth, he means our worship needs to be based on who God actually is. It's not about worshiping a God we have vaguely imagined or an idea of God that just suits our preference. Instead, true worship means we are relating to the real God, the one Jesus showed us so clearly, and we come to Him with an open and honest heart. This encounter shows us that God is intensely interested in our hearts. He desires a real relationship, an authentic connection that expresses itself in worship, flowing from our very core. The Samaritan woman, intrigued and perhaps sensing hope, spoke of the coming Messiah, the one who would explain everything. And Jesus, in that quiet moment by the well, revealed his identity to her plainly. I, the one speaking to you, I am He. This revelation changed her. She left her water jar, a symbol of her old thirsts, and went to tell her whole town about the man who told her everything she ever did. Jesus restored her understanding of worship, shifting it from outward compliance to inward, truthful connection. And He offers us that same restoration, that same invitation to a worship that is real, alive, and deeply satisfying to both our hearts and to the Father. Whew. That encounter at the well was profoundly life-changing. First for the woman, and then extending its reach to her whole town. It started with Jesus reaching across social barriers, looking beyond her history to see the deep spiritual thirst in her soul. And doesn't His example challenge us today? Think for a moment about the people in your life, perhaps those separated from you by social differences, backgrounds, or beliefs. Who might Jesus be prompting you to reach out to see beyond the surface and maybe offer a word of kindness or perhaps even an invitation to discover His love? He offered her living water, a deep spiritual satisfaction that no earthly well, no human relationship, no religious ritual could ever provide. This very satisfaction awaits every single heart that longs for something more through Him. Remember, Jesus taught that the Father actively seeks people whose worship is both deeply heartfelt and completely honest, flowing from a true understanding of Him. This shows us He is a God who lovingly reaches out, invites us into a real and personal relationship with Him. All you have to do is say yes. This open invitation means you can come to God just as you are, knowing that Jesus Himself provides all you need to truly connect with the Father. He is the living water, ready to quench your deepest thirst and fill you with life that overflows. That encounter at Jacob's well revealed a profound shift in how humanity can connect with God. Jesus showed us a way of worship that starts with a sincere heart, one that holds firmly to God's truth. This worship then shapes our entire life. It flows into every action from that genuine inner bond. He showed us a God who passionately seeks genuine connection, a Father who welcomes us into true relationship, where our hearts sincerely meet with His. He is the living water, freely offered to quench our deepest thirst. And today, that same invitation from Jesus stands. Draw near to Him, know Him, and let your life become your truest act of worship.